Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue and I'm from OML Embroidery, and today we're going to be continuing on with our turkey dude from Sweet Pea. There's a link in the description and there's also a link in the pinned comment. So if you don't have it, go get it because it's really cute. So I have my project bin here and you can see what I've done, how I keep organized. Oh, by the way, googly eyes are on. Thank you very much. Oh, I should mention the guy over there. What's his face? Oh, you Don, my husband. I'm gonna come up with a silly.
You'd just like to forget about me, wouldn't you?
Yeah. No, I need someone to run the machines and fix McDreamy, so maybe not. And fetch my fabric. And fetch McSteamy. There's a list. So I have my project bin, and I used my Sweet Pea rulers to pre-cut the fabric for this one and for the next one, the block, because there is a 6x10 block. I still can't find a hoop. 6x10 hoop. Don and I swear we have it somewhere, but I don't.
It's gotta be here.
It's got to be here somewhere. We just think we got it because we thought we got everything for McDreamy, because that's how I roll. But I put the thread in there. I put the fabric in there. I removed the layer cake from it because it's too... And then I picked out what I'm going to do today. So I think these colors are going to look fantastic. It's the same colors but a different pattern. So I'm gonna do the burgundy because I love these designs, and then I picked out like the beige from it. It's a little bit darker, but it still should be good. And then the same thread that I used, and I put these in drawers, the project bins. I have them labeled in drawers, so I have a Sweet Pea one, I have an Anita Good Design one, and that way, it's easy when you want to work on it. Just pull the whole thing out, it works. Oh, then
Sandy says, "Can we see McSteamy again? He's cute."
He's way over there on my other desk. I will send pictures though. Nails for today are kind of an iridescent snowflakes, blue snowflake designs. Yeah, over a French manicure. So you'll be able to see it better when we go to McDreamy. If you don't know who McSteamy is, I made a post. We found a super deal, and we got a McSteamy, and he is part of the quilting collection from Brother. What's his number? BQ 3550. 3050. That's what he is. I should be able to remember that. Just so I can have sewing. So he's basically McDreamy's half brother, we're gonna say, because he's all sewing, no embroidery, and McDreamy is both. So yeah, will there be a fabric video? Here and there. I might bring some out and show you guys a box or two. I'm in the middle of reorganizing because we've acquired a desk from Santa Mom. She's not using her desk, and it's really nice. So Don's gonna get that desk and use it, and he's giving me his, which matches mine. So I'm gonna have quite the center, and it's basically going to be the AccuQuilt cutting, sewing, McSteamy, and the Brother Scan and Cut center. So we're just kind of in the middle of everything. I'll take some more pictures though. Stepbrother. Well, yeah, or half brother, stepbrother.
At least you did get all your fabric in anyway.
Yeah, I did get all the fabric in. It's a little overwhelming. I basically got McSteamy and all the fabric on Tuesday, and I was just like, wow, this is too much for my brain to handle. So once I get myself organized, I will show you guys everything you want to see. I'll share it all. So, all right, new people. I think I saw Bonnie who said that she just bought the pattern. Hopefully, you used my link down there. Welcome, new people. Welcome. If you have questions and I don't catch them, I don't always. Our mods are amazing, however. But if you're shy and, don't want to chat, you can go to OML Embroidery University Facebook group. That is the backup to this channel. So this channel is the important thing. That's what keeps us going. So like and share, all that good stuff. Bring all your embroidery friends in. If you have questions or need some help, especially on the projects that we're working on, then head over to the Facebook group, and there's a lot of people to help you out. So awesome. Carolyn, hello, Sue and Dawn. You don't have to include him. You don't. Welcome to the gang. Yes, the gang has decided, the OML group and the Saturday morning fun crew, we're called the OML Embroidery Gang. And I made a logo for it. I'll show you guys. It's in a cup. I'll hold it. Actually, there's better sticker. I don't know how well you guys can see. Sticker better. So the OML Embroidery Gang, that's us. So of course there's a chicken because we like to play applique chicken and thread or bobbin chicken. So that's what those things mean. And I think it's really funny. But that's just me. I just think it's funny. So welcome to the gang, new people. It's nice to see everyone post photos of what our sewing era currently look like. No tidying. Yeah, I want to wait on that, Judy Quilt, because I have everything. I feel very squished because I had to move everything in preparation for putting an L-shaped desk, a hutch, and a conference table here. So I'm not going to participate in that until after, but I will participate. So why don't we get started? I have everything ready to go. I have my fabric. I have my threads all set out. Also included in this one is black. I don't think we need black for this one, but it is included. So we're doing the waves today. Let's do the waves. Let's wave it.
If you missed the turkey one, that's in part one.
That's in part one, yes. I could have put a link there. I'll try to do that a little bit more. But it is in its own playlist. So search playlists, save playlists onto your channel as much as you can. Any interaction with the videos is awesome. YouTube likes us even more when we do that. And the more YouTube likes us, the more it spreads it around and the more people we get joining. So yeah, participate, have fun. Let's get some projects done.
Yay.
All right, let's head over to McDreamy, Dawn.
McDreamy is up.
Okay, so Bjorn says hello. He can't hang out on the machine because the hoop is too big and he gets squished.
Then says Bobbin.
Bobbin is full. I just changed it. Arlen?
Harlan.
Hi, Arlen. Arlen. That's going to be your name. Arlyn. Arlen.
Harlan.
Arlen. It's a bit of a redneck name maybe, but...
It's okay.
All right. So I'm going to put Bjorn still here. See, he's still here within reach. I'm just going to put him beside McDreamy instead of in his little Velcro home here. And I'm using the 7x12 hoop with googly eyes. You can't quite see them yet, but you will. Looks like we have solved the two problems that was causing McDreamy to drop his threads. So the first one is that my plate here, the metal plate, it has a couple nicks in it and it was pulling the thread. The second was that, believe it or not, the needle was out of place slightly. So it wasn't in the middle of the foot and it wasn't in the proper spot here. There's a little space for the needle to go through. So what I did is, turning it off and on obviously didn't reset it. I switched it over to sewing, just hit sewing instead of embroidery, and it reset everything and now it's in the right spot. So we're going to hope that this will be some good going. I did order a new plate from Brother. It's going to take a long time to get here, but in the meantime, I kind of filed down the birds and hopefully that'll work. So new plate for sure. So let's start off. Now this one doesn't have a placement. So it has the sew down of the batting and then the fabric. So I'm going to go back on it because I'm using a bigger hoop and I don't exactly know where it's going to be placed. So we should get another camera on the screen, although it's really hard to do a screen.
Yeah.
But we should, so people can see.
Yeah, so we can put that up in the corner picture.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with another camera. That might be easier to do when the desk is in.
Probably, yeah.
Alright, make a mental note or write it down or something.
Mental note.
Because that would be nice to have, you know, half picture, half picture. I've done that before. So, he seems to be stitching nice. He's got a new needle too. I changed all that. And of course, cleaned him out. That's the first thing you do when you have some problems. Whew! That seemed like a long running stitch. So, I want to put this down. See, it's pretty close. Ha! That's why. It's pretty close. Yeah, little too close. Not in the edges, but a little too close. So I want to make sure no chicken today. No chicken, Don.
No, no chicken.
It's a chicken-free day. So what I'm going to do is just simply go back one color and stitch it again, and that'll stitch it down for me. Are we having...
Yeah, it started this thing now.
Oh, I saw the light flash. That kind of scared me. I think we need a new cord for that, Dawn.
Possibly, yeah.
Might need to bring it closer to the computer.
Yeah.
We're just having a little bit of trouble with the desk cam. It kind of goes in and out, which, I mean, we're not on it right now, so it's okay, but it's kind of annoying. So now I have my batting perfectly placed. I'm just using Warm and Natural, which is really cool. Somebody asked in the last one, where do you get pre-cut? Well, we have a wonderful person in our group who sends them to me. She has like spares, extra pieces that she cuts off and didn't know what, she's a long-arm quilter, and didn't know what to do with them, so she sent them to me, which I use them in every project. Okay, I'm having a thread issue. I'm having a thread issue and a space issue because everything's moved around. Dawn, can we go back to the desk, please? Desk is
up.
Yep, it's working. I can see because the light's on. Yeah, everything's so moved. Look at my threads all over the place. Why do you still have McDreamy on?
No,
Oh, it's just you're getting fancy.
I hit the wrong one.
Oh, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it worked
I
out.
almost...
It worked out.
I grabbed Lynn's scissors. Nope, I'll grab my own. Thank you. Duck-billed scissors so we don't get anything caught. I know I'm down too far, but the hoop's kind of big. I need to move my baskets so you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I need this, and I need this, and the basket can go off the table with a big smack.
What did you throw?
The basket.
Why are you throwing things?
It's in my way.
Okay.
Isn't that how it works? And I wasn't able to cut properly.
Yeah, as long as you don't throw it at me.
So this is, Anita Good Design calls this the squaring stitch. And this is a little bit smaller than the actual block. And what that does is it keeps the batting out of your seam allowance.
I
And
like that effect. I like the way it works.
yeah, and it makes it really a lot easier to stitch together. I am not, a professional sewer. I am getting better at it, however. But I'm not a professional by any means. But I do know it makes it easier for sure. So, pre-cut with the Sweet Pea rulers, which is fantastic. So I just picked the one that says 6x10 hoop, and it cuts it the perfect size, and I love it. So let's go back to McDreamy, my brother Dream Machine too. Don?
Dreamy's up.
So I really like the templates, rulers from Sweet Pea, because if you're doing 6 of these, the table runner, it's really easy to cut 6. And they're all straight and they're all even, and I really like it. It's just convenient, and I have the whole set, big to small, small to big, and I really love them. I use them literally for every project because they have every hoop. So if I'm doing something on 8x8 like this, I will just grab that and pre-cut all my blocks. It's a time saver, for sure. For sure. I got little threads here. I want to get rid of them before everyone revolts about it. There we go, got it. My nails are a little bit long. I love the earthy colors that we're doing for this. It's awesome. So the first one we're going to put down is the burgundy gorgeous layer cake piece. I love it. And the first step is going to be the placement line. So let's go ahead and do that. I already have my burgundy thread in, which is what we're going to be using for the satin stitches around the same size. Same threads as our turkey dude. So that's good. Oh, it's way bigger than I thought. That's okay. I have a layer cake, so we're good for that. I made sure it would cover it. Hopefully. I might be in a little trouble here, but that's okay. What?
Broken needle.
How? How? Yeah, I know I broke a needle. Oh boy. Yeah. I broke a needle. Alright, we're gonna oh, see, there's the other piece. Can you guys see that?
It's still in there, right? It's
Yep.
still strung through.
Yep. Because you always need to know where the other piece is. You gotta make sure that you have both of them. And I need scissors, and I'm gonna be very careful with this little piece. So it's okay, there's nothing that's gone anywhere. I am gonna check the plate a little bit. Which one are you giving me? Schmetz?
Yeah, that one, right?
Yep. We need to buy some more. Straight. So, replacing the needle, although I always ask Dawn to do it, my nails get in the way. This one is the needle that Brother recommends, and it has one flat side and one round side. And it's really easy to put in because it only goes one way. You can't put it in wrong. I do find it a little awkward. I usually use my pusher, but put it through your foot first, and then look, see, I'm sliding it up, and then hand tighten it. And that should be good. Now, is it moved again? I'm gonna thread it, but before I stitch, I'm gonna check my plate. I did some stitching with it yesterday, and it seemed to be fine. So, not really sure why it would break. I still have my bobbin attached because I forgot to trim. Oh. No, I don't think there's any more hits on it, Don. So the next thing I'm going to check is to make sure there's nothing underneath. Just feeling around. Maybe there was a bump or a little bit of glue or something that got in there.
The thread might have got snagged.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, but I'll keep an eye on it. So, alright, change the needle.
Stephanie's asking what size needle you're using.
7511. I never change it on McDreamy. I just, I use the same 7511 for everything. Doesn't seem to make a huge difference. I'm going to keep an eye as we're stitching here. I'm going to keep an eye on the thread. Now, the first thing I'm going to check. Oh, hooah! That's pretty close, man. Oh, and look, there's a little boop cut in it, so I got to be a little careful. There's, my goodness, these hoops are big, aren't they? Whew!
A little bit.
That's why I'm going to pull this off a little bit, so my, whew. Yeah, okay, so that's a little bit close, but I think we got it. This may or may not be a bit chickeny, but I think it'll be just by the hair on my chinny chin chin. So, let's stitch this down and enjoy our gorgeous fabric. With our gorgeous McDreamy with yet another new needle. You got this, McDreamy. Oh man, I win! Sue for the win. Did you see how close that was? Whew. I held my breath a little bit. I'm not afraid to say it. I don't know how it's going to be here, but don't put your fingers in there like I do. Don't. You'll... Oh my goodness. Oh, I am the supreme leader of fabric chicken.
You win fabric chicken today.
Well, I won once. I'm not sure if I'm gonna ever win again, but let's trim that and examine what I did. Can we go back to the desk, Don?
Desk is up.
Man, I'm kind of glad I made it. Look how close that is. Come look, Don. I don't even have to trim it. That's how close it is. This is one side. Can we see? Yes. One side.
Yeah.
And the other side. That was close.
That was close.
It's all in.
Yep.
It's all in. Is that all you're going to say, Don?
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I have to say about that.
Slightly impressed? What? Don?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll smack you later. So, now I'm just trimming. We are going to be doing satin stitches, so everything should cut up nicely. Don't play fabric chicken unless you have time and more fabric, because you might end up redoing it. I've done it a few times that it didn't quite work out for me, but that's okay. Were you making some noises over there, Don?
No, I'm busy.
He's busy. He's busy.
There we go.
So, I just trim that out. I'm just going to neaten it up. And I'm going to trim the bottom as well. Now,
Trina is pitching in for new needles.
we actually have to buy some. He's gone through a couple. And that's, every time you break a needle, you got to check your needle plate and make sure it's not damaged. It's caused me a lot of issues, trying to figure out what it is. The thread, we bought more thread. That's what troubleshooting is, though. You just kind of go around and, process of elimination. Oh, I'm so happy with that.
Lorelei is asking, is there a right or wrong way to use your duck-billed scissors?
Yeah, oh, for sure. This part, on these two, it doesn't matter. I used it this way so I could get this part in here because you can see clearly that would be difficult to do. When I did the batting, you want to do it this way because the stabilizer is just going to slide along. And you don't want to do it the other way and poke through and make a hole. That changes the tension and the whole bit. So you don't want to do that. So you don't have to always use them this way, but when you're worried about it sliding, you know, over batting, over backing, WSS, then that's what this part is for. This is like the slider. So
it lifts up your edge that you're trimming off.
yeah, and it helps. That does another thing. So it's not wrong for me to do it this way. It was easier so I could get it in the corners. Good questions. All right, Don, back to McDreamy, and we're going to do some satin stitches. I don't use these large hoops often enough. I forget how big they are. It's kind of funny. I forget how big they are. So, other than a broken needle, I think we're doing fine. This is a really cute piece. Like a really cute set. And I'm glad I'm doing kind of earthy colors on it. And I'm watching my thread. Maybe the thread got caught. I don't know. It seems weird that it would break a thread on that. Don't you think, Don?
Yeah.
So,
Maybe you got snag.
let's see. Lynn. I've tried them and I just can't use them. Yeah, Lynn did not like the duck-billed scissors for some reason. They just didn't fit her hands. So we changed her to this style and she just excelled and is able to trim nicely. So it's awesome. It's awesome. So yay, Lynn. Have you done any stitching there, Lynn? Yeah, I changed my mind apparently when I realized my layer cake is just, whoo, pretty darn close. I'm gonna have to do it again and one more time after that because I'm doing the 6x10 size and it's basically layer cake size. So didn't even think about it this morning or yesterday when I was pulling the fabrics. Not even a thought. Nope, didn't even worry about it. Didn't even think about it. So now I am, but yeah. Judy Quilt says, I don't like my duckbill scissors either. I love my Kai curved 4-inch scissors. Use what you like. That's what I say. Lynn tried the duckbill ones. They weren't comfortable for her. And she had marks on her hand after a little trimming. And she's like, I just don't like it. I'm like, okay, well, try these. You gotta be happy. Nice zigzag stitches. See how it holds all the frays down? That's awesome. So, yes, today is apparently going to be a chicken day because I didn't pull and iron any bigger fabrics. This afternoon is going to be a sewing day. If you guys saw the pictures of McSteamy, I sewed together Dresden plate pieces, the wedges, and appliqued some gingerbread men over it and just practiced doing the blanket stitch around it. So it was fun. It was fun. Can you answer that, Dawn? Oh, you didn't see? Ooh, look at how beautiful that is. If there's a problem. If you don't break anything else, you're okay, Sue. I'm not gonna break anything. I just, I don't want to iron anything. So we're gonna very carefully place my fabric. Janet, thank you very much. Love Saturdays. I know, right? You guys all have coffee and donuts and just enjoy the company. We all like having embroidery friends get together. Like Saturday is like the best. Bridget says, better a broken needle than a broken heart. Yeah. McDreamy's not gonna break my heart. I should have called him Rick, maybe. He's never gonna let me down. He's never gonna run away and hurt me. No?
No.
No.
No, Steve.
No. Come on. You guys wouldn't even let me call the treeing walker coonhound.
Oh, don't include me in that one. I said okay to George.
I wanted to call him George Cooney. Because he's a coonhound. Get it? I don't know. Coffee. Yes. Coffee and wheat thin crackers. Very nice, Alicia. That's awesome. I'm down to 2 needles. I'm pretty sure I gave Lynn my last 2. So, yeah, that might have been it.
Nisha says, did you just rickroll the group?
I did. Thank you for noticing. I thought you'd appreciate that little bit of, nerdiness thrown in there. Yeah. Rock on, Sue. Thanks, Lorelai. We love to have fun. This is what we do here. It's fun. Oh, I'm loving that plaid. Why do I like that plaid so much? And I don't know if I like the red, like burgundy, or the green better. I saw one, there's a brown somewhere of the same plaid. That would have been groovy to have. Saturday is the best day of the week. We get together after a long week, spend some time with friends, just kick back and enjoy. Have my coffee here. That's awesome. Ronog. Hi, Ronog. Thank you very much. I think it's nice to have some embroidery friends. I've been embroidery for pretty darn close to 20 years, and I've never had an embroidery friend. Like, Lynn is probably my first one that you could talk shop with. I think Karen Parker. We met Karen Parker. I don't know if you guys know her. She is a Baby Lock ambassador, and she lives in the States, so she's far away, but we keep in touch with her because she is just an amazing person. But we spent a whole entire week talking with her, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I think it's really nice to have an embroidery friend. I know Don's here. He's my embroidery friend, right?
Embroidery husband, that's different.
Is it?
No,
Oh.
it's not.
Shannon, I'm at the family cabin. And you're still watching? That's awesome. Thank you. Lorelai, it's very harvesty. My fabric? Yes. Yes, it's harvesty. Harvest-ish, even. I rickrolled you guys. I might as well throw some ishes in there, too.
Might as well.
Might as well. I mean, I think this fabric is stunning. I wish I could have gotten more, like, yardage of it in my fabric delivery. Although, I am not complaining at all. I got some good stuff.
The other Sandy's asking how you like your new fabric that you just got in.
The new fabric, or are we still talking the Steven Wilson fabric? Because I'm not done with that.
The new that you just got in on Tuesday.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's stuff I was buying anyways, so I'm pretty happy. I wish I had gotten more layer cakes, however. I only got like 6. Not only, I don't mean it that way. But I got more yardage than I've ever had, so I'm going to be able to do bigger projects or a lot more small ones. So I'm really happy with that. It's just going to take a huge weight off of my shoulders because, it was a really good sale. We paid the money, even converted into Canadian, and shipping, it's still so well worth it. So well worth it. In Canada, it would cost an absolute fortune. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm really thankful that it actually got here, and I have so much of it, and I'm going to use every little bit of it with you guys. I think it's fantastic. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Isn't my big pile of fabric? I have it in boxes.
It is awesome.
I got some half yard bundles, which is something I've never had before, and they're gorgeous. And I love it. I love it. I got a whole bunch of those, and ooh, I got solid colors, like Kona colors. I really like that, like all the colors of the rainbow, so that's gonna be fun. That's in fat quarters too. And what else? Just all the pretty ones that I like. Oh yeah, David Weaver sent us a care package. There's a bobbin holder thingy for you, Lynn. And Dawn got a mug rug, which is awesome. And I got organza. I love it. I will make sure I put it in a place where I remember that I have it. And I really like it. I really like it. Yeah, so thank you very much, Dawn says. Oh, and some really cute turkey fabric, which is something I don't think I've ever seen, Thanksgiving fabric. You got it at Walmart, and it's a really cute print. Whew, look at that. We did it. We did it. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful?
I love it.
Did I have a little bit of bobbin showing up here?
Uh-oh.
Looks like I did.
I don't have a burgundy Sharpie, sorry.
No, it's just kind of weird.
No.
Don't be weird, McDreamy. McSteamy is completely different from you. You guys aren't actual brothers. Step brothers.
Sandy says, no embroidery friends around me. Love my friends here in the OML gang.
Yeah, it just makes everyone feel happy and comfortable and not, not worried about it. It's just nice to chat embroidery, like they're having a big conversation about needles and how they buy needles and where you get them and what kind. And I think that's very, very helpful information.
We have 178 watching.
178. I like those numbers. All right, so we're going to do part 2, which is going to be my lighter color, because I don't want to put two plaids together. Although it might look good, I'm not gonna.
Tracy's asking if you use snowman stickers.
I love snowman stickers. They are the best. Snowman stickers are awesome, and they are positioning stickers. So anytime I get a chance to use them, yes, I do, for sure. I use them on both machines. I think it's absolutely fantastic to use them. Now, of course, McSteamy is a sewing machine, and he doesn't use any of that, although he does have a laser and the pointer thingy. Okay, so take a deep breath. Do you think I can do it again, Dawn?
You can do it. I have faith in you.
I'm going to pull the hoop out a little bit because it's quite long.
It's a big hoop.
It's a big hoop, and I'm not used to the big hoop, and I have to be able to see the other side. So I like this fabric because this print, because it has the same burgundy and black, and our turkey dude's black, right? So
it's a nice fabric.
Yeah.
Nice print.
I thought it would look really good. So just bear with me. Chicken takes a little bit of thinking. Line it up. Yeah, if you're gonna... Oh, I didn't check the top. Make sure that's right. That would be terrible. Match up the sides and mess up the top. There we go.
Lorelai's asking if you picked out all your fabrics before you started the project, or picked as you do each section.
No, I picked out the layer cake before I started, and I put it in my project bin, and then kind of had in mind what fabrics. This is one of my favorite sets, so then I just kind of picked it. I knew I wanted the plaid in here. The if you remember, the actual turkey is plaid as well, so I just wanted to bring a little bit. You got sorry, I had to hold my breath. I think I may be a little off on it. It's a little bubbly. Maybe. So then this side should be fine. So a little off, but I'm thinking we can work on that. So, mental note, when you're doing a 6x10 design, layer cakes, not quite it. Not quite it. All right, can we go back to the desk, Don?
Yeah, we can do that.
Thank you. And I'll see what my other end looks like. Well, it's stitched down. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. That is some chickeny chicken, though. Chickeny chicken. I might put a piece of tape on it or something, but should be fine. So, okay, this one, because I used beige thread, and I was very careful to match my thread colors. It may be hard for you guys to see because it is in fact hard for me to see. But always take your time, for sure. Yeah. This is also why you hold up one of the pieces, because you can kind of see and feel around with your scissors. In retrospect, it might have been better to leave the burgundy, but you know, I absolutely love this set, this design. I've wanted to do it for a couple of years just because I think it's so darn cute. There we go. So, gonna take a really good look here. Oh, I gotta do the bottom first. Never mind. Kind of puckered a little bit there. That's okay. And these scraps that I'm cutting off, I'm gonna put them back into my project bin. That's mostly what I have the project bins for, because this is a good size scrap, and playing chicken, it could go for another block, or if you're repeating it and you have to play chicken again, if you're making the table runner, then your piece is already ready.
Misha says, welcome to this week's meeting of Fabric Hoarders Anonymous. Almost. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting... Yeah, I guess I have to say I'm getting bad now. I like having fabric. It makes me happy. You know, what I say, my kids are... I mean, it's not hard to figure out, but my kids are crafty, and I have always encouraged them to be crafty, because they could be doing worse things, and I could be spending money on worse things than that. So I am going to put a little piece of tape here, because McDreamy in his delicate condition. Sandy says might go to the dollar store for baskets and use Sue's idea for putting the projects in.
Yeah, that's where I get all mine. And you could, you know, because you're getting them at the dollar store, you could, you know, get color coded. I have black ones for projects, and I have pink ones for layer cakes and whatnot that fit into my drawers. Back to the machine, Don.
What's with the tape? Did you have a boo-boo?
It's kind of a boo-boo, yes. I wasn't going to admit anything.
Sorry.
It just has to be on for the zigzag stitches, and then I'll take it off. It's sewed it down, but it's gonna fray.
So the tape's just gonna help hold it until you get the zigzag on it.
Yeah, I don't want McDreamy to get caught on anything, so.
Misha says we saw none.
Atta girl, Misha. Misha's my nerdy friend, which is awesome. So we'll just let it stitch through, and it's gonna do a nice zigzag, and then we will. That should do it. Actually, it doubled back, so I can take that off. You can sew through the painter's tape. It just like perforates it, and you can take it off. And because I know the satin stitches will cover it, it's fine. So once it gets over there, so now we're doing our zigzag. What's that?
Lynn says she'll take the blade.
Yay, Lynn! Yay, Lynn! Thank you. She's not even here to take the blame. So it's gonna sound a little bit different. McDreamy is gonna sound a little bit different because right here we're going through a lot of layers. These could have been, you know, cut down a bit shorter maybe, so, but right in these spots it's going through quite a few layers. So 1, 2, fabric, batting, stabilizer. Your machine should be able to just not have any problem with it at all. It just makes a little bit of a different noise. So I always try to be aware of the noises, right? So before it gets down to the other side, I'm going to stop it and remove the tape because I don't want that little corner there to be, you know, orange. So you can stop your stitching at any time. So I'm going to stop it right here and needle down and see how it just perforates it off. It just works for me. It's a good save. I'm gonna have to pull it back. Yeah, oh, we gotta put the needle up first. Okay, sorry, McDreamy. And we're gonna cut so we don't drag. Okay. He's gotta do his dance first. Hear him dinging at me, man?
Well, he's telling you.
He's telling me. I just can't get this part. I must have pressed it down really well. So, when that just did its job, just hold it down, and then you can even carefully grab out this part. Not that part. This is when my, see? Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Ooh, nails come in handy for that, huh?
Nails come in handy for everything. I'll pick that out after. There's no need to do it right now. It's not going to sew on it. Isn't that awesome? So it saved the day. And nobody's any the wiser. You won't be able to tell. So sometimes a little bit of painter's tape goes a long way. My bad. I moved you around in the middle of a thing, McDreamy. I know. Don't be sad. It always puts up a sad face. It's like, don't be that sad. It's not that big of a deal. As long as I'm not threading every, 2 minutes like it has been, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good. That's better. Now you just keep going. So, problem solved. Nice recovery, nice catch. I'm really happy with that. It's an easy way to fix it without, I'll just, I got one more try, so I don't know, does this count as a success? I guess it does, because as long as you say it did. That's funny. What's Sandy saying? I downsized my fabric stash when we moved and ended up with 13 large bins. Woo! Woo! That's pretty good. You never have too much fabric. I know, right? I know. I don't think I could have a fabric store attached to my office, and I would be good with that. Don't you think? Is that what we can do, Don? Get a store and attach it to the house? A fabric store?
Yes.
For me, I mean.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
a fabric
Just
store.
a personal fabric store.
Personal?
Not to sell, just to
Yeah.
store your fabric.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
I would like that. Set up like a fabric store, and I could, oh, what will I do today? I'm gonna have something pink or blue, and pick up a bolt or two. I would like to have their big measuring and cutting tables too. That would be awesome. However, no complaints. My second desk will help. There's a hound. There's 2 hounds. Hi, Beetlejuice. He's so cute. Beetlejuice is our smoochy guy. He's very smoochy. Lynn, I wish lived next door too. So much fun. I know. OML Fabrics and Embroidery. Oh my gosh, you're hilarious. I know, right? That would be awesome. A fabric store was attached to a quilt retreat venue I used to go to, and it was great. Yeah, talk about making great sales. Oh, you don't have the right fabric? Just go next door and get it. It would be awesome. It's a good idea. Isn't that what all the closet in the houses are for? I know, I know. We used to cut fabric at a craft store. It was fun. Yeah, I would like to see it all. You know. I'm a fabric hoarder, I guess. I've taken over 2 rooms. All right, Sandy. That's awesome. Dawn has a whole floor, and I have a whole floor, which is awesome. So I'm in the half basement.
Heck with 2 rooms, we're taking over 2 floors.
2 floors. Which is nice. I just, I can't wait to get all my stuff put away. And my shelving units. I bought a whole bunch of, and they're not the greatest. From Michael's, the white set of storage shelves, and you can stack them and put them together. I've had them for quite a long time too, I suppose, but that's where I put my project bins in, and they fit, the bins that Dawn got fit perfectly in, and they can just sit there, so it's nice instead of paper. The one thing I would love is that huge monstrous cabinet that opens up that you could put everything. Oh, I would love that. I would love that. I don't even know what it's called. Ooh, I saw the other day kangaroo, and there's another one, sewing desks. Oh my goodness, they are gorgeous. Really cool. Judy Quilt, sneaky. You were thinking there. What? Where is it? Where is it? Judy Quilt. When we moved to Florida, my hubby limited me to 2 large Rubbermaid tubs of quilt fabric. However, I wrapped all my favorite dishes in fabric, so I ended up with 5 large tubs. Yeah, you know what? That is clever. That is clever. One should never be limited on fabric. So, good workaround. I like it. Do you guys ever see the meme that the person has a spare room and the bed is made and it looks perfect, and her husband went in or something and sat down and pulled the covers back, and it was all bins, all fabric bins, I think, and she made it look like it was just a normal bed that nobody used. But yeah, it was all fabric, and I thought that'd be something I would do. It just would be kind of fun. Go lie down, Beetlejuice. You're a good boy. 2 favorite bowls of mine broke in transit, but that's the price I paid for wonderful fabric. Yep. Yeah. Sorry about your 2 plates, but yeah, that's clever. That is thinking outside the box, and that's pretty much how I roll. Like, that is my life outside of the box. I've had a Harley since I was 18. And can I tell them, Don,
What?
about your Harley?
Okay.
When I met Don, I said, look, I ride a Harley, so you either learn how to ride one and get one and love it, or you're going to be home all the time, because this is what I do. And he said, okay. And we got him a Fat Boy, and off we went into the sunset. It was awesome. It was awesome.
And then on Mother's Day.
Oh, that one. I can't say the swear word. We would go on charity rides. Obviously, we haven't done it for quite a while. And there was a sale at the Harley store, and it happened to be Mother's Day as well. And Don found a bike that he really wanted, so we got a bigger one, a Decker one. It's an old man one, we call it. And
Man, like, it suits me.
he bought it on Mother's Day. So, of course, me being me, I had to say that, really loudly and kind of make a joke about it. And I said something to the effect of, oh, you're the greatest husband. You bought yourself a Harley on Mother's Day. And the whole place stopped and looked. And I swear, half of the men in there were terrified for Dawn.
To be clear, though, you agreed because it was a really good deal.
Well, yeah, of course I agreed. It was a really good deal.
It was a great deal.
Do we ever buy anything that isn't?
No.
McSteamy was a great deal.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Find the deals or we don't do it.
That's true love, Sue. Yes, I think so. Love my Harley, and I'm going to be 70 in May. You go, girl. You go, girl. That's awesome. All right, we have one more left, so I am going to change to the green. And I think the plaid, the green plaid, is going to look great. But I can't wait to see what the two blocks finished look like together, because I really think it's going to be cute. I love Sweet Pea designs. So much fun. We can get working on Christmas designs as well. That's coming up soon. There's a couple of techniques I'd like to show to you guys. Piecing techniques and quilting techniques. It's so much fun. So, our last applique. Let's do our placement.
Linda's asking how many parts are there going to be. I think she's referring to how many parts of this are.
Oh, there'll be 3. There's 3 different blocks on this. But of course, you can do anything you want with the blocks. It's for a table runner or a hanging. So if you want a table runner, then you do 2 of each block. That's how it's done. For me, I'm just going to do a wall hanging, so I'm only doing 1 of each. So next week we'll be doing the thankful block, and then we got to come up with something else to do. So, yeah, maybe Sweet Pea will come
Karina
up.
says it's so cool that there's so many bikers in the OML gang.
Yep, I like it. I've never, hung around with any woman that rides as well. I'm just looking. I'm just gonna try not to chicken it out too much. Worried about that part. Alright, ready to roll, Don? Whew. Take a
Fingers
deep
crossed.
breath. Take a deep breath. Yeah.
Take
alright.
it.
What? What are you laughing at?
Oh, yeah, just the way you said that. Judy Quilt says, don't trim the bottom of the third applique piece. You need this for when you join the block.
Yeah, seam allowance.
Just a reminder. directions don't say it.
Yeah, I think Judy Quilt figured that out for us, so. I always just try to remember to leave a seam allowance anyways for anything. We bubbled. Oh, I made it.
Leah says maybe we should all get leather jackets with OML gang on the back.
Oh, I'm up for it. Alright, well that's kind of bubbly. So...
Why do you bubbly?
Because I'm living on the embroidery edge.
Oh, well, okay.
I don't know how much it shows, but I'm not necessarily happy with it. So just bear with me for a minute. What do you think? So this is what we're going to cut off, and then this is the... Probably not in the scheme of things. Because it just kind of caught here and then went.
Shifted a little bit.
So it's just kind of wrinkled. Let me cut the top. So can I go back to the desk, Don?
Certainly.
It's kind of hard to see it with the pattern as well. Because maybe it's just like a little wrinkle in there. I should have used...
Well, we can't see it from that view.
Oh, I know, but I have to cut it. I should have used maybe a bit of spray on this one. Probably for all of them because I am using not the greatest size of stuff. But maybe once I iron it, it'll be okay. I'll have a look in a sec. Because otherwise now would be a great time to just pick out that part and do it again. Just that part, so you don't have to, you know, finish it and go, well, I don't like that. It's just the way it bubbled up from being so edgy. See, I'm working with nothing, man. Nothing. So, it's just right here. You know what? I am... If you guys can bear with me, I'll show you how to quickly and easily fix it. I'm gonna take my glasses off so I can see. Just in one spot, and then I'm gonna flatten it down. I mean, we don't have to have everything perfect, but I think it shows a little too much on mine. And you know what? It's a pretty quick fix for this part. I might be able to do it easier on the back. So of course, again, I matched my thread really well. Really well. So, yeah, it's hard to see on there. Let's see if I can tuck underneath. And you just want to be really careful. You don't want to, you know, really move anything too much. See how I'm doing that? I got it underneath and just kind of slide it along, and it works really well. And then I can fix it.
Yay.
So I'm saying it's an easy fix. It probably could have been left. Probably. But, you know, it's always nice to know how to troubleshoot, right? So, problem solved. A little bit of fuzzies there. Already it looks better. So, hopefully you guys could see clearly enough what I was doing. I was kind of leaning into it so I can see. And what I'm going to do is just really carefully, and then give it a good push down. And the problem part was right here. It kind of bumped it. So I'm gonna... You won't be able to tell anything when I'm done with it. And we're gonna back up a little bit on this part. So I'm just gonna put a little tape here so it's gonna stitch through the tape. It's what happens when you play chicken, people. Chicken. All right, back to the machine, Dawn.
Right.
So, a quick little bit of troubleshooting there. I've had to do it twice. I don't know, putting a piece of tape doesn't really hurt anything. Before I carry on, though, I want to go back. And this puts it all the way to the back. I guess it doesn't hurt, does it? This is the tack down.
No, you can do the whole tack down again.
Strange but true. How about we go back a color instead? Instead of just 10 stitches. Anywho. Let's do the whole thing again. Oh, it looks cool with all this plaid coming forth. So this is just the tack down lines.
Alicia says good save. So
Yeah. A little bit of a different noise over the tape. Now look.
it's fixed.
That's a pretty easy save. What'd that take me? 2 minutes?
Yeah.
And I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna stop it just before the hoop moves all the way back here because it's just convenient for me to take the tape off when this hoopity hoop is close. Where's my stiletto? There we go. Stiletto, that's what you should be using instead of putting your fingers in. And yeah, it caught it. The stitches are gonna fix it now. So let's just go. I'm just gonna tie off and move. How easy is that? And now we're gonna get the zigzag stitches. In a minute, we'll get some zigzag stitches. And that'll hold all this down. But yeah, isn't that a quick fix? Remember, you can always, you know, kind of just troubleshoot a little bit. Woo, that's all the way across. And I don't like it. I just noticed that it didn't trim for some reason. So I'm not going to leave this green all the way across because I don't want anything to get caught in it. Keep an eye on your stuff. So that's better now. We're going to do some zigzags and then satin stitches and we'll be good. So everything's in a little bit. So for sure this will catch. It's a little bit risky. It may have been ultimately better to get the right size. I just kind of miscalculated a little bit. I need glasses on now so I can see what you guys are talking about. There we go. I like your pretty colors of fabric. Thank you. Alicia! Good save, Sue. Yeah, thank you. Well, it's, you know, well, I like living on the edge, but it's also really cool to show you guys how to save it if you like to live as risky, embroidery risky as I do. There's probably no need for it, but you know. Chris Yost, thank you very much. I think I did a good job. I think on both of the boo-boos, you really can't tell what I did. Trikes. I would never ride a trike, I don't think. I don't know. Did I cut the fabric short? Oh, Lynn. Oh, you're very funny, Lynn. Did I cut the fabrics too short? No, you didn't, Lynn. They were, layer cakes. So layer cakes are 10 by 10. And this design happens to be 10 by 10. So it was a little close. That's why I was having troubles at the edges. But you know what? Fixed now. You won't be able to tell. And our favorite satin stitches are stitching over it. And it looks great. There'll be no fraying or anything. So yay. Aw, Misha. Closer to done this gets, the closer to cleaning I get. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do any of that today. Why? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel like it.
I love the way this is turning out.
I think it's beautiful. I think I want to see the two pieces, googly eye turkey and this together. I think it's gonna look really good. So it's nice when you do your project bins. You put your fabric, you put your scraps in, because chances are on your project you are going to use the scraps, like the one I had, that second half of this one. That's when you can use them, so I feel like the project bins are kind of frugal. And I like frugal. I don't like to be wasteful. And that's one thing, if you can use scraps. And you know what, if I don't use them, I have a bin that's just for scraps, and you'll be surprised what you can use them for. It's awesome. Hubby was given a gaming computer, so we have to rearrange for him to have a space. Yeah? Bridget says, I really love your fabric, Sue. Why, thank you. It's one of my favorite sets. I use this set for quaint applique, and I love it. I love it. It is my computer or YouTube that makes the colors off. Your burgundy looks rust colored on my computer, and the other plaid looks gray. I'm gonna say yes, because it could be either, and it could be YouTube doing YouTube things. I can see them on my iPad. I can see the green kind of looks gray, I guess, but I can see that it's green. And the plaid looks like red, quite red. So it's probably a little bit of both. So, yeah. That's what made me make the quaint. Ah, there you go. It turned out really well. I gotta finish putting it together for Lynn. I gotta do the backing and the binding. And I think McSteamy is going to take really good care of that. I was putting it off because I had just a sewing machine, and it just wouldn't get through everything, and it was frustrating. So I still worked with it, but I was like, there's just got to be a better way. And there is. McSteamy. Love this day watching while making cupcakes filled with lemon and decorated by grandkids. Well, that sounds like a wonderful day. That's awesome. We don't have any of those, any of them. We don't have cupcakes, and we don't have grandkids yet. So someday we'll be doing that kind of fun. I could still make cupcakes for my kids, and they would love decorating them, even though they're adults. We could buy them Play-Doh for Christmas, and they'd be really happy. That's how I raised nerds. So, I mean, yeah. Sue, we have to start using all the binding tricks we learned. I know, I'm actually feeling a little more confident for that, Misha. I can do the projects, and I can sew them together, and it looks great. And when it comes to the binding, it's just not cool. So if you guys haven't watched it, watch the second half of Eileen Roche's, dime video, and it really helped out a lot. She had a couple of tricks in there, and I think it's going to make a big difference on how to do it. And I think one of the key things is the big walking foot. I haven't tried mine yet. McSteamy has one, but because I didn't switch McDreamy over a lot, I have an extra one because it's McDreamy's. And apparently that makes
all the difference. All the difference. So I'm going to try that, and I'm going to follow the binding instructions because hers was gorgeous. And I think it would help me out a whole lot. I think the glue is probably the thing that's going to help me out the absolute most. Can you post a link on the Facebook page to the finished, of this video or Eileen's video? Eileen Roast. We can pop it in there. I saw it a couple times on YouTube. And I'm going to watch it again before I start. Make sure I do all the tricks properly, but...
Are you thinking of Christmas or Thanksgiving for the next project? Probably Christmas, because next week we're doing print 3 of this.
Yeah, there's a third block to this one.
And then it'll be close enough to Thanksgiving to switch.
Yeah, probably Christmas. There's oodles and oodles and oodles. Oodles. Glue. Yes, she uses a little bit of just plain old ordinary school glue, and it was a miracle. And then she ironed it, and it worked really well. And that's one of my problems, is getting it all lined up and getting it to stay. Oh, happy music. Isn't that wonderful? Finished embroidering. And other than a broken needle, he did really well. Can we go back to the desk, Dawn?
Desk is up.
Look how that turned out. Hopefully the colors are showing up better for everyone. But see how it's different fabrics other than the background. But see how it's tied in.
Can you shift it up just a little bit so you can see more of the turkey?
Whoop.
There.
I really like
Looks
that.
good. I like it.
Yeah, I really like that. I think that's fantastic. This is my gingerbread fabric too. I kind of dipped into that because I wanted a solid. Isn't that nice? So all the colors, the thread colors stand out between the, the beige threads and the burgundy, which is a beautiful color of burgundy. It matches this one better than that one. And the mistakes were never made. They were never made. Look how pretty that looks. What do you think?
Wow, I think I can even do that.
Oh, yeah, Lynn, you can. Absolutely. Just have to go on to Sweet Pea. There's a link down in the description, but easier to find is the pinned comment. And click on that, and it'll take you right there. And there's a 5x7. It goes from really small to really big. And so I'm going to make a little wall hanger out of it in this order. Again, if you are doing the table runner, you need to do 2 of each block. And that's how it's done. There are no mistakes. No. I make mistakes. I am really good at fixing them. Can't always, save the day, but for something like what I did today, you can't tell. You can't tell. I am glad I picked a little bit and made this flat. I think it just because of the pattern showed too much for me, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It's got to be pretty good. What do you think, Dawn?
I like it.
Come and look in person because you're looking at screens.
Oh, ours actually looks good on the cameras.
Yeah, oh, good computer.
A little bit better, though, in person. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't
I like
that
it.
nice? I like it.
Very nice.
I think the colors stand out. And it's nice and earthy and beautiful. So, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys will post a picture of both your blocks together. If you're new, catch up on video 1 and then, go back and do this one or otherwise. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which is tomorrow, by the way. So I'll see you tomorrow at 4 for Anita Good Design. Bye, everyone.
Bye.